Hi, Brian Neunaber here. In this video, I'd like to announce the ILLUMINE Reverb version 1.1 firmware update and give you a quick overview of what's new. Version 1.1 firmware adds 3 new features. Number 1, preset scrolling via MIDI. Number 2, MIDI beat clock synchronization for the Wet+Echo effect. And number 3, wet-dry effect routing. So let's get started. First, you'll need to update ILLUMINE's firmware. To update the firmware in the ILLUMINE Reverb, you'll need one of the following USB MIDI interfaces: the Roland UM1, iConnectivity Mio 1x1, or Hi-Fing USB MIDI cable, which is what we currently sell at Neunaber.net, by the way. Using the adapter cables included with ILLUMINE, connect the interface in to ILLUMINE MIDI out and interface out to ILLUMINE MIDI in. Power up ILLUMINE. Download the latest version of Preset Manager software from Neunaber.net/software. Launch the software and click the About button. If a firmware update is available, an Update Firmware button will appear. Go ahead and click it, then wait for the update to complete. Now let's explore the new features. Preset scrolling via MIDI. We're giving you 2 ways to use MIDI to scroll through presets. In both cases, you'll use MIDI program change messages that were previously unused. To increment and decrement the preset number by 1, use MIDI program change messages 127 and 126, respectively. To increment and decrement through the foot switch preset list, use MIDI program change messages 125 and 124, respectively. In this second case, the resulting behavior is equivalent to using ILLUMINE's preset up and preset down foot switches. MIDI beat clock sync. ILLUMINE can synchronize the echo time for the Wet+Echo effect to a MIDI beat clock. If received, the current beat clock frequency is displayed in the global setup menu. By default, synchronization is enabled. You may disable and re-enable beat clock sync using MIDI control change message 81. If a beat clock is received and synchronization enabled, the echo time parameter changes to echo subdivision. You have 14 options, which include the common options of quarter, dotted eighth, eighth, and triplet eighth notes. In addition, there are options that create some interesting polyrhythms. Let's check these out now. Wet-dry effect routing. You may configure the effect routing for a wet-dry rig, which splits the signal chain into two channels, one dry and the other wet. In other words, one channel has no effect and the other has only effect. To select wet-dry effect routing, go to Global Setup, Effect Routing, and select Separate Wet-Dry. You also need to select your wet-dry rig mode by going to Global Setup, Wet-Dry Mode, and selecting either Multiple Effects or Illumine Only. Using multiple effects in a wet-dry rig can create issues, and I've written about this in detail in the Neunaber audio blog. I'll post a link to this in the description. To mitigate these issues, I've created a separate mode for this case. In multiple effects mode, connect the output from your existing wet channel to Illumine's right input and dry channel to Illumine's left input. The effect is created using a mix of the wet and dry channels added into the wet channel and routed to Illumine's right output. The dry signal is simply passed through to the left output. The second mode applies when only Illumine is present in the effect chain. Connect the dry signal to Illumine's mono input. Illumine creates a separate wet channel and routes it to the right output. The dry signal is simply passed through to the left output. If you'd like to learn more about these three new features, check out the Illumine User Guide Addendum for firmware version 1.1. I'll put the link in the description. And that's it for this video. If you have any suggestions for future updates, please let me know in the comments. Click that like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe if you'd like to be informed of future updates.